Hello everybody! So, I know that a lot of streamers is switching from Warzone to Apex, so a lot of people are probably new to Apex right now. And so I think a beginner guide to Apex would be pretty good to start you guys off and start you guys, you know, a little bit ahead. And so you guys know what the hell to do, because Apex is... It's a battle royale, but it's different.
That's a broken.
There's different things that I will be able to teach you, and what you should use, what weapons, what legends you might want to pick, or anything else. So let's get started. Alright, well, first thing is first, settings. You probably want shadows and everything disabled or low. That will give you the best visibility, obviously, in darker areas and everything like that. All of these, you can do whatever. Depends on your computer. If your computer can handle high, sure. Go ahead. Because if you put this on low, it will just make textures blurry, which... I don't think it will make you better. So... field of view, personal preference, it depends. Some people play at 90, like Shiv. Shiv plays at 90, which does make targets appear bigger, because your camera is zoomed in more. So this might be good if you struggle with shooting people. 110 is pretty good when you have grasp of the game, but I would recommend 100, 100 maybe 4-ish. So around there, here, for beginners. 110 is a little bit difficult because your camera is more zoomed out. Yes, you get more information this way, you get a lot of, you know, view range as in, you know, you get more information on your screen. But I'll suggest about 100 for beginners, because it can get quite difficult to shoot people. 90 if you want, but yeah, I keep mine 110. I used to play at 100, then I switched to 110. So yeah. But everything else really is up to you. You can anti-aliasing if you want. Have smoother edges. That's about it for that. Now for sensitivity, in Call of Duty I would have about 3. For me it's 1.2. So you guys might do the math, or you can just use a website to transfer your sensitivity from Warzone to Apex. Link will be down below. It should be self-explanatory. You just put your sensitivity, you put the resolution, whatever it needs, and it'll tell you how much is your sensitivity going to transfer over to Apex. And now for my ADS sensitivity, I do 1.3. For some reason, ADS is actually a tiny bit slower, so I put it 1.3, so my ADS sensitivity is the same as my hipfire. So I do 1.3. You guys can do whatever, keep it default, but I do 1.3 so it matches my hipfire sensitivity. It's weird. You probably wanna also turn this off. So you might see streamers armor swap weapons, but sometimes if you get shot, you'll be quitting the looting menu, which you want off, because if you're trying to armor swap mid-combat, it's gonna throw you out of the menu, so you want to turn this off for sure, 100%. Alright, let's go to training, or the firing range, where you can test out all the guns in the game. On dummies, you can even turn on bots if you want to test out your aim with every gun. Alright, now that we're in the firing range, we can test out guns and things in this firing range. So if you're a starter, go here, test out guns. Great guns for starters, probably Rampage, because it has no recoil. Absolutely no freaking recoil. It's a great gun for a starter. Because it is probably one of the lowest recoils in the game. And plus, you can miss a quarter of your freaking magazine and still kill somebody. Because this thing, with the maximum bullets, 40, it can do 1120 damage. You can count how much if you want, but it's 1120, which can kill an entire team with one clip. This thing does hurt, but about LMGs, they're very slow. So if somebody's shooting back at you, you're most likely gonna lose the 1v1 engagement, because you're extremely slow. Your DPS is not great. That's the bad thing about Rampage. So Rampage is a good gun, but maybe not the best gun. Best gun in the game for starters is probably the R31, because it has low recoil. It's awesome at everything. It's not the best at anything, but it's good at everything. Even has a pretty good accurate hip fire at this range. It's pretty accurate enough. But it also has really good recoil. So you definitely want to pick up the R31. So yeah, then you get all the attachments and stuff. You can read about them, what they do. Gold attachments reload your weapon when it's holstered, which is great. But yes, all the gold stuff have an extra benefit. They're basically the same as purple. Gold is the same as purple, but gold has an extra benefit. Like this one, reduce tactical cooldown and ultimate cooldown, so on. You can read about these in the training. So yes, you can shoot dummies, test the recoil of each gun. If you want a little bit harder, you can throw out your guns, go to the very end. Go to the very end of the rooms or whatever. You see this? It's like a little Easter egg. You go here.
Here I go.
And then you can turn on bots, so press M as well to select a character. Just go here. This line is like the middle. Make sure you have no guns. Go down and just select any character. It doesn't matter. When you hear that sound, not the character talking, the sound, that means it's successful. And you should see the bots roaming around and shooting as well.
Smoke out.
Oh, I already have. So you can grab a gun, shoot bots.
Double timing it.
So it's a great tool to just warm up as well. Just shooting bots. And they do respawn over time.
Double timing it.
So yeah, that's how you do bots. You can do the same thing again to turn them off again if you want to. There's all of these movements you can practice. There's also firing targets all the way up there too. As you can see, 19 damage. So you can practice bullet drop if you want at extremely long range with snipers. At those targets up there. I think there's targets up there too. So you can shoot at them as well. Alright, so now you're ready. You got your guns and everything that you like to use. And you got your legends. and select a legend that suits your playstyle. My legends I recommend is Bangalore. Gibby, Lifeline is pretty decent too. Those ones are probably the best starter legends. But Gibby is nice and easy. He's the hardest to kill because of his gun shield. He also takes 15% damage reduction. If you're in danger, you can drop a dome and you can heal inside of it. You can res your teammates. Bangalore is great because you can smoke. Do not smoke yourself, smoke enemies so they can't see, but you can see. And she also has double time passive, which makes her sprint every time she gets shot at. So she's great. Great starter character. Lifeline, she's just support. She's good for the team. She can heal fast. She can revive people without, you know, needing to be on top of them. And she can just drop her drone when instead of reviving, that's her passive. Instead of, you know, syringing them on the ground, she drops her drone instead. And so that's great. So when you get to the actual game now, do not drop at the end of the map. You can do that for beginning if you want, but the problem with this is you can like learn the map, that's okay, but after a while when you learn the map layout and everything, you know, you get familiar with the map, you want to hot drop. You don't have to hot drop at the biggest hot drops, but try to hot drop somewhere where there's, you know, 1 or 2 teams. So you get familiar with the game, the gunplay, because if you drop at the other side of the map, you're probably not going to find many people to fight. It's going to be kind of boring, you know? Publics are usually end pretty fast. People fight in publics. They just have fun. At least in my games, 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, about more than half of the lobby dies. In high rank lobbies. My lobbies are usually platinum and above players. So yeah, people just hot drop all the time. So you want to land in these spots. I'll show up on the screen and you can fight there and get familiar with the game, just so you don't get, you know, bored. Of course, at early stages people probably drop everywhere, so it doesn't really matter, but hot drops are great for you to get good fast, because you're not gonna get good by looking at the floor looting garbage, you know. Anyway, next. Alright, movement. So in Warzone, usually you kind of run and slide everywhere. In Apex, you slide jump. Slide jump. That's how you move around the okay. Fighting. So when you're fighting, you want to ADS, obviously. Time to kill in this game is fairly long. It takes a good second or more to kill anybody. It takes only about 1 second to kill with most guns if you hit every single bullet. So obviously if you miss a few bullets, it's going to take about 2 seconds average to kill somebody. And nobody's going to be standing still. You're going to be missing your shots. And you want to ADS, maybe try to do some crouches as well in between, and try to avoid damage. So when I'm fighting somebody, I want to try to, you know, move A and D, try to do some crouches as well, you know. Try to dodge bullets, don't just stand still. Make yourself a harder target to kill, or else you're just gonna be killed pretty quick. So obviously there's advanced movement in this game too, but that will be a different tutorial. And so that's basic movement, getting around, slide, jump. Alright, advanced movement. I won't get any detail in this, but I'll just point it out that there's movement out there that is more advanced and that you might want to learn when you get more familiar with the game. Don't just jump into these kind of mechanics thinking it will make you the best player in the whole world, because they won't. What makes you the best player is freaking actually hitting your shots. Like if somebody has good aim, not much of this will help. It will help in some way, but like getting all the mechanics and everything is going to be a focus later on when you get the base of the gunplay, the base movement. Because if you rush in there, you're gonna be like a monkey. You're gonna be making mistakes. You're gonna be trying all these new techniques. Like try to do something, you know, bunny hopping is nice and easy in Apex, at least for me. Then tap strafes as well, which is basically redirecting movements. Like this, for example. As long as you can also bounce walls and stuff with momentum. And these things I will teach you guys, and it will be down in the description in a few days. I'll upload it after this video, so if you don't see it, it's probably not uploaded yet, but if you do, great. It'll be in the description. So hopefully my guide does help you in learning the mechanics of this game and everything you really need to know. Hopefully I helped you out in starting at Apex Legends, and you know, so you know what to do and everything. And so hopefully I helped you out, and make sure to look up my movement guides as well, and just to get you on the next level of Apex when you're finished with level 1. So yes, make sure you do your basic first. Do not rush. You need practice. Time, practice. Time and practice equals perfect. Like art or anything. Time. You need time. You're not going to be the most amazing player in a day. No matter how much. You need time and practice. So never give up, and make sure you play more games and practice. Everybody plays different, and I'll be showing you just techniques in which you can implement yourself. Everybody has a different play style. Everybody uses movement differently and in ways. So yes, have a good one out there, guys, and hopefully I'll be able to see you guys out there. So bye bye. And I do also stream, so if you want to pop in, ask questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them, so you guys can get great at this game. I'm a diamond level player, so I'm not the best out there, but I think I know what I'm doing when I'm top 5% with the Apex community. So have a good one, everybody. Make sure you guys stay hydrated and everything. Ciao ciao.